is it going? But I'm so afraid. I've got so many things open that I don't want it to freeze, and it might freeze.
Is it going?
Okay, so I'm
I'm
gonna
so
cut.
afraid
Oh,
I've got.
let me cut it down, and then I'm gonna go ahead and put my little thing here, and I'm also gonna put my little message here, so that you guys know what I'm up to. Because, like I said, I'm in the middle of doing something. Let me see. Is that there? Nope, that's the wrong thing. Let me get the right thing to pose. Okay. Okay, here we go. I put this here. And I got this on several places, so I'm just putting this in the chat. Oh, that was too many. Hold on. Oh. So I will. Oh. So I put that there, and then I'm gonna put this here after that. Oh my gosh, you guys. I am so sorry. I literally yawned on camera. Oh well, it is what it is. It is so dead. Like I am so exhausted. It is so tiring. Like I can't believe how tiring it is. My goodness. It's like, okay, I am trying to be like energetic, but don't you guys prefer if I'm just me? Right? Like I some days I come and I got lots of energy, and I got lots of music, and I got lots of all of whatever the heck that is that I bring to the table when I bring it to the table. But then some days I come and I'm like, no, oh, I see what it is. Ah, sorry. I knew it. So I had looked up that there was going to be something happening on this at 4 degrees of Virgo anyway, and I know that there are some things happening in my own horoscope at 4 degrees of Virgo, like my Uranus at 5 degrees of Virgo, which I shared with you guys the other day. But today the sun is at 4 degrees and 31 minutes of Virgo, or 14 minutes of Virgo right now. Also, the moon is at 20 degrees of Libra, which means that right now, and as I'm talking, the moon is square my ascendant and Jupiter. Oh, goodness, Lord. And my progressed ascendant as well. Oh, God. Yeah. And it's a wide opposition to Chiron. I'm in the middle of a T square, y'all. I don't like being in the middle of a T square. So you guys, if I say anything or you feel some kind of way about me right now, please have grace. Give me grace, because, like I said, I don't know if I recorded it where you could see it, but I had talked earlier about how my daughter is ill. So, I mean, I'm grateful to be here and not be whiny. I don't want to be whiny, but my daughter is ill, and it is not cool. Right now, Mercury is at 18 degrees of Leo, and Venus is at 1 degree of Leo. And the problem I have with that is that, well, they're both opposing my first house. My first house has Aquarius in it. So these are all in the seventh house. Maybe when I'm talking, it's irritating the heck out of somebody. After all, that Mercury is squaring both my Neptune and my moon in Taurus. So yeah, it's probably irritating somebody. And Mercury right now is sitting on almost on my Mars, because my Mars is at 24 degrees. So yeah, Venus is at 1 degree of Leo, sitting on my North Node, opposing my South Node right now. Also opposing my Mercury, because my Mercury is at 3 degrees of Aquarius. Where is 1 degree of Leo in your horoscope? Wherever 1 degree of Leo is in your horoscope, there's Venus there. But like, see, I came live. I probably shouldn't have came live, but I came live anyway. And Mars is at 12 degrees of Libra, and that 12 degrees of Libra is squaring my sun. So yeah, it's no, 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 no. I'm not even going any further with all the 1 degrees and 0 degrees of Uranus and Saturn and Neptune and Pluto, and I've talked about it and I've talked about it and I'm not happy about it. And I don't feel like I want to talk about it anymore because that's what we're going through. So that was me talking about where the planets are. I just wanted to quickly look to see where they were. I didn't want to spend too much time on it. Let's go ahead and talk about some cards. Mm. And not just cards, you guys, because I want to do something for you guys, right? I didn't do anything for Virgo. I just didn't have the energy. It just wasn't there. I just didn't want to do it. I just did not want to do the thing. But I do want to be nosy tonight. I don't know why I want to be nosy. Maybe that's I I don't know. I think I'll just pull just some cards and see what they say because I'm nosy. Okay, that's one good thing is that I'm nosy. So let's see here. Where are we? We are technically in Virgo. We are already in Virgo. So Virgo, I don't know how this new moon in Virgo affected you. It was a black moon. I feel like we're getting over it. I'm still recovering from it. I heard it takes a few days to get over whatever this drain is from the black moon. Some of you guys may have been feeling this drain of the black moon. Mm. I told you that. I felt like I had to shut up. My ability to speak was curtailed. Now there could have been someone out there who purposely curtailed my ability to speak, and if so, I wish you would quit it. And if not, it was just the universe telling me to, you know, quiet. One fell on the floor, you guys. Now, if you have not watched my readings before, one, I usually have more energy. But, you know, like I said, the sun is opposing my first house right now. So this is all you're getting. This is all I got. I don't got anything more than this. But I wanted to do something. I wanted to give something. I felt moved to come and talk about something. Now, you guys hold, I might have to run into the bathroom and blow my nose or something. Let's see if I'm able to do this. So, uh-oh, uh-oh. Just want to make sure it's even working. Like it was looking kind of weird there for a minute. Okay, so the first card that you got, Virgo, is the death and rebirth card in rebirth. Why is this a tongue twister? Let's start again. Virgo, you got the death and rebirth card in reverse. Okay. And usually the death and rebirth card means I allow myself to let go of the past in order to add energy to the new beginnings. But with it coming out in reverse, it says it's clinging to the past, fear of change, sentimental attachments, forces of destruction, mortality, end of hope, mourning loss. So this is the energy of transmutation and rebirth. It's a cycle in your life, a relationship, a belief, a career path, an outdated plan for the future is coming to an inevitable end. Deep breath in if this scares you, sweet light. This change is needed. I want to stop for a second and just say that I'm shocked that this came out first, because I swear, and we can go check on YouTube, that the last Virgo reading I did started with or had the death and rebirth card. Now, I don't know if it started with it, but I'm almost positive it had it. But this change is needed. And I thought about my daughter saying to me that her business that once brought in 6 figures a year, the website was going down in a few days. Know that this card urges you to release what is already losing energy. So it's already fading, whatever it is. So focus on things that are already gaining momentum. What is gaining momentum in your life? Like for my daughter, I think it's crocheting. Job crochets all the time and so organized. But welcome the possibility of something new and allow this phase to come into you gracefully and look toward the magic of this newfound horizon. There's something, because underneath its morbid exterior, the death card heralds exciting times filled with the brightness of so much more potential, that there's this new light that awaits. There's an Ace of Cups right on top of that. I also believe that because it came out in reverse, that's the antithesis of death, right? That's a rebirth. That I think you'll get that. And I think the Ace of Cups is like you'll get a sense of security, a sense of, that rebirth, depending on what it is, who it's for, what it's about, it can give you that sense of that breath of fresh air that you've been praying for, waiting for, hoping for, pleading for, because you've suffered. You've been working hard, you've been suffering, you've been working, and you've given so much, you're so done with it, you've worked, you've given, it's been so difficult, it's so frustrating, and I feel so bad for you that you've had to endure everything that you've done. With the 5 of Pentacles, I think it's time for you to start healing. I think it's time for you to start walking away from whatever this has been. Whatever has been really affecting your life in a negative way, I feel like it's time for you to walk away from it for good. Okay? Without a doubt. If it doesn't feel right, walk away. You've been working, working, working. Reminds me of something else my daughter said, like I've done all the work. I put in all this work. I've done so much, and when I can't do it, what happens? Everything falls apart. Like you've had so much stress on your back, so much responsibility. But it's time for you to walk away from that because you've got to heal. You've got to heal, sweetie. You've got to heal and get yourself back to where you need to be. You got to get back to your center. Look, she's completely in her center. Completely. I think some Virgos can be transmuted. I just realized I need one more card, by the way. But I feel like some Virgos can be transmuted. I feel like you have the potential for definitely some form of... I'm going to try again. That was two. Oh, I got even more cards. And it's 3 cards this time. I'm going to take them. For some reason, several cards want to come out for you. I don't know why, but I'm going to let them. And I'm going to tell you why. Because after all that you've been through, all that has affected you, this needing to get into this healing, you've been worried about money, you've worked so hard, and having to get back into your center, I feel like you are the boss. You are the leader. You are the boss. You are the executive. The decisions do come from you. Sometimes Virgo, it might be a little difficult, right, to be the leader. Sometimes Virgos just like doing administrative stuff in the background. They really don't want to be in the front as the boss, the owner of the company or whatever. But you are able to handle the responsibilities. That's what you do. Look at this again in your center, and it's the 7 of Wands. And in this, she's actually like positioned on 7 wands in the air, in a bubble of like perfection. Again, it's telling you to get into your center. Get into that center up here or in here, wherever it is, or maybe up here. It might even be one of those higher chakras right there, right? But Virgo, that's what you got to do. I feel like you're moving away from it. Look at that. You're moving away from it mentally, because a lot of this stuff, when we get stuck in these patterns of illness and poverty and things like obesity and joblessness, and I've had where I couldn't sleep. We've all go through certain things. Some people get addictions, but I feel like there comes a time when you've got to move away from it. I know that even everyone around you, we all can sense that it's time for you to move away from this. You sense it's time for you to move away from this. And there it is. You got the Magician. It's time for you to move away from it. And I think you have the ability, all the tools you need to move away from it. The funny thing about the Magician, and this is to all Virgos who are dealing with health issues, the Magician normally has some form of health issue of some kind, but they have all the tools they need to win. You might have to be patient, the Temperance card. This might take a little patience on your part, but it ended on the High Priestess. It was an extra card that came out, especially for you. I think you need to use your intuition. When you use your intuition, you're going to win, Virgo. There's no doubt about it. I sense that with every part of my being. Why? One, Just the sheer number of major arcana I just pulled out of this reading. No doubles, no face card. I mean, there's no kings, no queens, nothing. There's your Ace of Cups. This is your security. This is your emotional security. You'll be emotionally in a good place. But look at the level of major arcana that Virgo got in Virgo's reading in Virgo season. This is no joke. I'm struggling here to get them 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 major arcana out of 10, 11 cards. So of course the first was this death and rebirth card in reverse. I mean, I'm glad that it was in reverse in a way. I you know, but and not if you're expecting any kind of horrible thing to happen. I think some Virgos, like it says here with the Hermit, you need to get in there and meditate and pray and do EFT tapping and listen to binaural beats and do your meditations, maybe get some hypnosis. I don't know what it's going to take you, but you need to get into that space so it all is making sense to you again, because sometimes when it gets out of kilter and fear sets in and danger sets in and all those things, we get off balance. But I want you to know that you are the leader, you are the decision maker, you are the winner, you are the boss, Virgo. You might not feel like it, and right after the Emperor is the Magician. So yeah, you are definitely the boss. You can pull a rabbit out of your hat. You might not feel like you can, but you can. Even when you're ill, even when you're sick, because it exists within you. You might not know if you're really ill. You might need to just take this time to get into balance, to do the hermit thing, right? Do that. Because temperance is there asking you to be patient about it. But there's the high priestess, so I know it's meant to be. And you had that ace of cups, so I know it's meant to be. The seven of swords too here on the bottom. I feel like you've got lots of choices. You got lots of things you're going to find out and discover, and lots of different things. So, let it happen naturally. Whatever it is, have that patience you need. And use that intuition of the high priestess. You're going to be moving away from whatever it is that's really been hard for you, I think, really been painful for you. I definitely see you walking away. And you guys, oh my gosh, I feel so bad. I'm not sure if I'm able to do more than this reading right now. So this is what I'm going to do, because I don't want to disappoint anyone. Let's do this. I'm going to see if I can pull out one more. And who would this next reading be for? Well, this next reading, I can get this done, because I don't feel at my best, you guys. But I'm going to do Libra. Okay. If my voice goes again or anything like that, then we'll have to stop. Okay. But I definitely want to see what we get for Libra. Libra, this Virgo happened in your 12th house. And the 12th house is a house of things that cause our undoing sometimes. It's the stuff that we shouldn't have done, but we did do it. And it causes all kinds of problems. So I feel like some Libras, you've got some things that might have cropped up. Oh, Lord. This came in and smashed all the cards around. Oh, Lord, I don't know. Well, Libra, I hope this all makes sense. I need to get one more card for Libra. But, yeah, I feel like when it's in the 12th house, it's some hidden things. It might just be that you feel like you sleep more. You might be drinking more. You might be, I don't want to say doing more drugs, but I mean, that is the 12th house. It's the hidden dark stuff, you know. Look, this, I'm hoping you're not doing a secret affair. Lovers came in reversed. Usually this is about making a decision when it comes to love, but Libra, maybe you're not making a decision when it comes to love right now. I don't know what you're doing when it comes to love, but I do feel some sense of wanderlust here. Two of Wands right after it. I'm hoping you really are not doing the 12th house thing in love, especially if you're married. Oh goodness. And here I see you walking away. Eight of Cups. Some Libras out there are doing the 12th house thing in their relationship. And if you don't know what I mean by the 12th house thing, 12th house in astrology is the house of self-undoing. It is the house most likely to have affairs happening, secrets happening, you know, them dark alleyway type things happening. I'm not saying you're doing it, Libra. I'm saying it's the potential. And it does show the potential of somebody walking away from something that doesn't work. And here's the Seven of Swords. That's on the sneaky tip, looking for things because there's lots of options. And look, there's more walking away. That's you, Libra. Queen of Swords. There it is. It's all over this reading. What's going on, Libra? What happened? I mean, did they cheat on you first? Did you cheat on them? I mean, what's going on? Why are you cutting this off? I don't, maybe you need to have a conversation about it, talk about it. It might have something to do with, you know, money. It could, but I'm thinking it has more to do with you feeling like, I don't know. I just feel like someone lost somebody that was theirs. Or you feel like you have. Hangman. I feel like you need to get in balance. You need to take a moment to reassess the situation, to stop, to get yourself in check. If you feel like you're spiraling, going in one direction, you know, stop and balance yourself. My goodness, Libra, you are born under the scales of balance. And if you feel that you're out of balance, or if you have been out of balance, you know, it is in time for you to get back into balance right now. And I really sense that. You got the Six of Pentacles also, which I think is good. It's about giving to get. So let's say, for instance, your relationship was out of balance, because Libra, it's always about the relationship, and it started with the relationship card. So let's say if it was out of balance, right? It's all about giving to get. What you give, you get. What you give out, you get back. What you put out, you get back. It's an energy exchange. It's an energy exchange. And until you can experience that and understand that, you're not going to be able to get your Four of Wands. I think this Four of Wands really wanted to come to you, but it came out in reverse. And it's because you might not be giving out to get to that. You know, do you want to get to this winning spot? Do you want to win? It ended on the King of Pentacles, so this might be all about money at the end of the day. It could all be about money. That's what really set it off. We saw the Page of Pentacles earlier. That was communicating about the money. But then it ended on the King of Pentacles. I mean, let me take these cards apart for a second. Let me just see something. Because that King of Pentacles is sitting, and the Page of Pentacles, and the Queen of Swords, which is you. You came out in your reading. But yeah, look at this mess. Look at this. You don't have any doubles. You came up in your reading with the King of Pentacles and the Page of Pentacles. So, you know, I'm just going to say this. If you are a Libra and you are in between a king and a page, it is important for you to understand what kind of decisions you're making, because you don't want to leave a king for a page. You might have this Lover's card upside down in the Hangman. I think you need to take time. I think you need to reassess what's going on. I mean, did you leave a king for a page? Oh gosh. Queen of Cups on the bottom of the deck. It's a lot of emotion here. And you know, Libra, I can't help but think about, this is so sorry. I don't even mean to cut into Libra's reading like that, but somehow, some way, I started thinking about what's going on with Cardi. She's a Libra. You Libras got a lot going on right now in the relationship area. So I'm praying for y'all. I'm praying for you, Libra, okay? And, well, if you're a Libra and if this resonated at all with you, let me know in the comments, because that's what I felt for Libra. You know, that there's something like this happening. I just felt that. You know what? I think I actually have enough energy to get to Scorpio. Let's see if we can do Scorpio. Let's do Scorpio. Because I really want to do this. I really want to get through. You know, it's like I'm just trying to get through and go as far as I can go. My voice, as long as my voice hangs in there, then I'm going to keep going, right? I'm going to keep going as long as I've got the energy and my voice is there. So let's see what these cards are going to tell the sign of Scorpio. And much love to you, Scorpio. You know, it's Scorpio, this is usually a good time of the year for Scorpio when it's Virgo season, because Scorpio and Virgo are sextile. So I'm hoping that we get some kind of good messages for Scorpio, because it is Virgo season. But Lord, that first card looks like a Scorpio, but it ain't what the card I thought I was getting. Wait, what are y'all up to, Scorpio? Scorpios, we'll get into it, right? Scorpios, I love Scorpio. I've had a lot of Scorpios in my life. I was married to a Scorpio, but Scorpios can crash out, you know? Y'all don't hold back those emotions sometimes, man. Scorpios will crash out on you. If you ain't doing right or something ain't going right, they will call you everything but a child of God. They might call you a child of God and still crash out on you. That's just Scorpio. They're emotional. They're very emotional. So let's see. We just need a few more cards. I'm trying to get to a 10 spread here, you guys. Just so I just want to give you guys whatever basic message. Oh, and there was a bunch of cards. I'm going to take all of these cards because that's just the way I roll. So here we go, you guys. Here we go for the sign of Scorpio. Scorpio, this is why I said something and it came out sideways. I want you to know. This is a fighting card. Scorpio's about to crash out. Who y'all cursing out, Scorpio? All to the side. You're just right on the edge. Right on the edge. I don't know who it was. It was your first card, too. So you're right on the edge of just starting that fight. They better not push that last button. Like, oh, that's it. That's it. Like, if that's whoever that is. And I feel like with the Ace of Wands, whatever is going on, I do feel like, Scorpio, that you would probably win. This is victory, whatever is going on. You are going to win whatever fight you're in. This is a victory for Scorpio. You win the fight, whatever it is. I do see the King of Cups. You win. You showed up in your own reading right on the Ace of Wands. Ah, Sam. Oh, I love it. Whoa. Sandwiched between two aces. King of Cups. There you are, Scorpio. Sandwiched between two aces. They can't touch you. Can't touch this. Boom, 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 boom. I don't know who's fighting you, but they can't touch it. Ooh, King of Swords. Gemini. Some of y'all Scorpios fighting with a Gemini out there. Aquarius. Most likely a Gemini. Is Aquarius. Wait, isn't Gavin Newsom a Scorpio? I swear. If somebody check me Gavin Newsom is a Scorpio and Trump is a Gemini. Somebody check me because I swear I'm nailing it right now, and I'm gonna say it's the gospel truth. I swear I saw somewhere he's a Scorpio. Here we go. Yeah. But it's creative. Look at this creativity. I love that. It is creative. They have a very creative campaign. Gavin Newsom, right now, love him, hate him, their campaign is hilarious. It's just hilarious. And I sense that Scorpios in general, they can't touch you. I have to sing it again. Do 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 can't touch do 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 da do do. And in the current position is the Seven of Cups. So I feel like some Scorpios, you guys have lots of choices. You're trying to decide right now what you're going to do. Like, what am I going to do? What's the next course of action? Maybe I could do this, or maybe I could do that. Because you don't care. You know you got your Ten of Pentacles coming. You're about to win. They can't touch you. Oh, Mm, you got another ace. Darn, you got 3 aces. Scorpio. Bum, 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 bum. Can't touch this. Bum, bum, bum. I just can't help it. It's all over your reading. I don't know if this is in business. 8 of Pentacles. You know, this is always about, I feel like, starting a new venture. Sometimes the 8 of Pentacles starts the new venture. Capricorn usually finishes, but sometimes it don't. But I feel like with all these aces, whatever you're starting right now, and especially in the form of business or learning or money, see them Pentacles, I feel like you're going to win. Got a Queen of Swords. This was an extra card, I think. At the end, you got a Queen of Swords. And I noticed that the King of Swords, so we're going to look up a couple of things, okay? Okay. We got a couple of things to look up in this reading. A couple of things. First of all, you had 3 aces, okay? We cannot forget that. You had the King of Swords and the Queen of Swords. And you had 2 kings in the reading, okay? So we have 3 aces. Let me just check, make sure we don't have any doubles of anything else. Just checking everything. So we got 3 aces, okay, 2 kings, and a King and Queen of Swords relationship. Okay. Now, I already know without looking it up, but I'm going to tell you right off. First of all, I can tell you that the 2 kings just mean that whatever you do, Scorpio, you'll get most benefit from men. If you have any problems or questions or issues, turn to a man, okay? Men, okay? That's number 1. The other thing is when it comes to the King, Queen of Swords. This is one of those couples that are always going, like they're always going out to the movies, to the beach, to the casino. They went traveling to Aruba. It's one of them couples. Now, if you're not in a relationship right now where you're like in one of those kind of relationships, you might be getting into one of those kind of relationships where you're with somebody that, I mean, I'm not saying the relationship's perfect, but I just sense that you're going to have the ability to do things together, go places together, explore things together. Like mentally, you'll stimulate each other. Have you ever been in a relationship and the person that you're with is not intellectually stimulating? Ooh, that's a hard one, man. I can put up with a lot of stuff, but when it's dead silence or it's like really weak conversation, that's hard. That's hard. So I think the beauty is you're going to hopefully, Scorpio, find a relationship where you can communicate with each other. Now, I just looked up something. It says this is a couple that causes trouble. A couple that is overly negative. What? And I guess it's because they're verbal, right? They're talking about people. It's parents who mean well, but they can shoot down your plans. Ooh. In love, it's outsiders who are a bad influence on you or your lover. Ooh, Scorpio, I told you there was fighting, didn't I tell? We started with the fighting card. It's somebody coming from the outside. No wonder I saw a couple of kings up in this reading. There's exes who interfere, and you bring out the worst in each other. Oh, I'm so sorry. Now, in career, it could be bosses who wish to fire you. Competitors in business who have an advantage over you. And your relationship could be impacting your career. So Scorpio, I mean, that was a lot, right? That was a lot. Let's see what these three aces have to tell you, because that was a lot to unpack with that one. Well, three aces, Scorpio, three aces. More effort is required to be prosperous. You need to make your own luck, though. Make your own luck, okay? Also, you will get the things you desire out of your romantic relationship, but not without effort. Yeah, you got to work at this one. Also, you may achieve success, or you may achieve your heart's desire, but not necessarily with your current partner. Ooh, that's a hard one. Oh, that could be what that fighting is all about. Some of y'all leaving your partner. Oh, Scorpio. Look, whatever it is, you had this one lone major arcana card. One little lonesome major arcana. It wanted to come up. It wanted to show up. And it did. And thank goodness, it's the Empress. The Empress is usually a Virgo card, but it is creativity, and it's also you manifesting something. So, I feel like some Scorpios can manifest something more than what is shown here. Look, on the bottom of the deck is the World. You can manifest more, Scorpio. Okay? No matter what I just read to you, no matter what the fight is about, you can manifest your wealth, you can manifest abundance, you can manifest travel, you can manifest success. So don't give up. Don't give up. Remember, like I told you, Virgo season is sextile Scorpio. Okay? So forget about this fight. You manifest what you want, not what you don't want. Okay? All right. Much love to you, Scorpio. And I think, even though I had the coughing spell earlier, I think I actually have enough energy to get to Sagittarius. So let's do Sagittarius. Who knows? I might even get to Capricorn. Oh my gosh. Let me take one more sip. Let me see. I had a coughing spell earlier, so I thought I was going to leave, but here I am. I'm still going. So that's good news. That's good to know. Still going. Okay. So we're on the sign of Sagittarius. We're going to tell Saggy something. So look, Saggy, I didn't talk to you the other day about this Virgo new moon. And I really should have talked to you, Saggy, because Virgo, and Virgo season in general, or whether it's about that new moon or not, Virgo squares Sagittarius, it's not your most positive, happy time. Okay. So you may not be at your best. You may not feel jovial, right? You don't feel like laughing and playing, because a lot of times Saggy likes to laugh and play and joke and dance. And, you're the players. You like to have fun. But I don't know if Saggy is feeling that right now. I think some Sagittarius every day just feels like you're walking through molasses right now. You're doing your best, right? You're doing your best. So we're going to see how we can turn that feeling of walking through quicksand into something more positive. Okay, let's see what we got, what this message is. I do feel like for you, Saggy, you've been through a lot. You've been through a lot. You've been already dealing with stuff, right, Saggy? I don't know what has been happening to you. I just feel like you're tired. You're ready to walk away from it because you've been working so hard. You've been putting in late hours, or you've been giving extra. And I don't think you've been getting back the extra for all the extra you've been putting in, and you're tired. But I want you to continue to be creative. I feel like whatever creativity you have, I feel like you are creating new life, new things. Remember that all things that you create are your children. They're your creative children, right? Your brain children. So you might be having brain children, and if not actual children, some Sagittarius might actually be pregnant. But you might just be pregnant with the ideas, with the concepts, with the beliefs, with the with the fantasy of believing that something new and better can come to you. Oh, this is so much creativity. Look at that. Two of the best creativity cards come out back to back. Look at that. The two most creative cards. Page of Wands and the Empress. You're creating something, Saggy. I don't know what it is, but it's something. And I think this Ten of Wands, that was it. You want to create something new. I think you're also giving up and cutting off things that aren't serving you anymore. Queen of Swords, you're ready to cut it off. If it didn't work, you're cutting it off. You're letting it go. I think you're ready to take a chance. You're ready to go for something. You're ready to reach for more money, for sure. Nine of Pentacles. And I feel like whatever this is, go for it. I know it's Virgo season, but that's a square. And one of the things about squares is that squares tend to create energy. They create action. They create what they call impetus. And you might have the impetus to get something done right now. Look at this, King of Wands. There you are, Sagittarius, in the current position. You're going to win. You just showed up in the current position in your own reading. You win. Three of Pentacles. I think when you work with other people, I think when you take on new projects, I think when you act like the leader, I think that's when you win. You might have to take time to get back into your center, to believe in yourself again, to get healed. But I think when you do with the Seven of Cups, you'll have this ability to be in a good place emotionally where you can choose, make good choices again. Because right now you may or may not be making good choices, depending on how you feel. This could be your health, I'm not sure. But I feel like you'll get to a place where you can make good, positive choices again. And that's really something to reach for, right? Something to really reach for. I feel like some of you might have been feeling like you've been overworked at work. Like you might have been having to train young people at work or something like that. And that's been a real pain for you. And some of you guys might be dealing with like a Gemini or Aquarius or Libra. And I think that might be also some issue for you as well. But yeah, you've got this Empress, this new beginning, this new start, and the Hermit. I feel like once you rest, You'll be mentally, emotionally, spiritually, physically prepared to be creative and start your new beginning, whatever that is. And on the bottom of the deck, maybe relationships, Two of Cups, Two of Cups. So it's relationships. So yeah, go ahead, rest up and get ready for your new beginning and your creative new start. And I think if it's about relationships, once you're centered and you're in a good place, it's funny. When it comes to relationships, it's when we're at least expecting the relationship. And it usually has a lot to do with us, ourselves being in a good place, like being in a place of centeredness and being in a place of completeness and wholeness within ourselves. Like I swear, whenever I've been approached, it's usually when I'm just in a sweater and leggings and my hair's not perfect and the makeup's not perfect. It's never when you think, right? But it's when you're most relaxed. It's when you're most you. And when you're most you, you attract the most people. It just happens. It's a weird thing, but try it and see. I'm telling you, it works. Anyway, I think I've got enough energy to make it to Capricorn. So let's see what we're going to tell Capricorn. And then I think, going to take this break. I'm a little weak right now. I can feel it. So Capricorn, this is actually a good time for Capricorn. Why? Why is it a good time for Capricorn? And the card I grabbed, how beautiful. Because Virgo is trine Capricorn. It is positive. It feels good. It should feel good. It's a good time of the year. You have two good, really times of the year, really good times. That's Virgo season and Taurus season. That's September and May. And I always, like people to take advantage of their good time. You don't want to miss out on this, right, Virgo? I feel like some Virgos have, Virgos, Capricorns, have some crazy luck coming up, maybe with Virgo, but I feel like Capricorn in general just has some amazing luck coming up. So let's talk about it, shall we? Let's talk about what these cards want to tell the sign of Capricorn. I was amazed by the first card right away. It came right out. Nine of Cups. It wants you to have this financial security. I don't know, Capricorn, if you've been dealing with financial security. I know I've had issues with finances, and maybe you have too, but not anymore. I feel like you're going to start having more security when it comes to finances. And I think, right, with the Three of Pentacles right after, it might even be somebody who introduces you to somebody else, like in your neighborhood, in your society. It could be other people working with you, other people you're in collaboration with. Who are you collaborating with, Capricorn? Who are you working with, Capricorn? Because whoever that is could help you to get to this Nine of Cups. A Queen of Cups. I mean, this could just be you feeling emotionally secure, but I think some Capricorns could be working with Pisces, Cancer, and Scorpio. I hope that you look out for any collaborations, because I think it's going to lead to money. Here's the wheel. I feel like when you take that chance to work with this water sign, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, I think you could get luck. But listen, there is also the potential for fighting. I saw in Scorpio, they were fighting. I want you, Capricorn, to be very careful about this Scorpio. I'm not kidding. I just did Scorpio and they were fighting. So I want you to be really cautious. They're fighting right now. I don't know why. There's something going on with them. Look, Seven of Cups. There's choices. You've got choices here. If there is a Scorpio and there's some kind of emotional battle, you don't have to be stuck in that. You've got choices. You can walk away from that. Here's the Knight of Cups. Who's the Scorpio? You might have a Scorpio or Pisces maybe even a Cancer, who is constantly on in your ear, telling you what you want to hear, making you promises, saying what sounds good and sweet. See the roses, but they ain't really saying anything. And so I want you to, spend time on what matters, because sometimes we can hear sweet nothings, and that's all they are, sweet nothings, and they don't lead to nothing. You need something that has some oomph to it, some root, some realness. Here, no fake mess. Capricorns, we ain't down with the fakeness, and you know that. You will call that out. Look at this, the Magician. I feel like you'll know, you'll sense it. You got all the tools you need to get whatever you want anyway, Capricorn. Some Capricorns may not be feeling good, but I feel like you got everything you need. But I do feel like you need to hold and play your cards. Play those cards close to your chest. Do not give your heart out foolishly, unwisely, or your money, or your time. Okay? You need to play those cards close to your chest. And I do think some Capricorns have been looking at making a decision about things, just trying to figure out, like, should I go that way? Should I do this? Some of you guys are waiting for some kind of statement, maybe something going on at your bank right now. Some Capricorns are dealing with maybe some money issues. You might, I don't know if there's credit cards, loans, something that's going on. Whatever you've been dealing with on the bottom of the deck, look at that Six of Swords. I think you're moving away from it. You're not stuck. Whatever it is, you're fluid. You're not stuck right now. And that's good to know. Because some of you might feel really stuck. And when you start feeling stuck, it gets scary. Do you know what I'm saying? And I feel like some Capricorns have been afraid because they felt that stuckness, that feeling of like, I'm stuck. Help me. I need a miracle. I can't do it on my own. I'm so afraid. Some Capricorns have been feeling that and not sure, but I'm telling you, you got 2 sevens. You are protected and guided by the angels, by God, by divine spirit, by the archangels, by your ancestors. You're protected, Capricorn. Yeah, the Knight of Cups and Queen of Cups, that's it. Just lots of emotions, a lot of water signs around you, whether it's women or men, there are water signs around you. But yeah, you got 2 major arcana and that's it. But look at what they were. You got the Wheel and the Magician. This is like, whatever is going on, take a chance. Don't be afraid, because you can win. You got all the tools you need to win as the Magician. Even if there's illness, even if there's sadness, even if there's betrayal, you have all the tools you need to win, Capricorn. So don't forget that, okay? All right, so that is my message to you, Cappy. I hope that resonates with some Capricorns out there. And if you have not already done so, please take a moment to like the video and share the video and subscribe to the channel. I'm going to come back tomorrow night, Wednesday night. I'll come back tomorrow and do lives. And I just realized I forgot to go live on Hypesy. That was one of the reasons I did this, and I forgot to do it. I'll do it tomorrow. Anyway, thank you so much for being here for these first 6 readings, and I will be back tomorrow with the last 6. Okay? Much love to you. Blessings.